Hey y'all, welcome back to Moonlight Hill Flower Farm. Today is the July tour day. The tour of all the flowers all around the house. So it's probably going to be a long one. And there might be a little bit of a sound in the background. My wife is pressure washing the trailer. So let's get started. Today I'm going to start you off on this side. It's very lush and beautiful. I haven't been taking you all this way that much. It's on this side of the house. The other side is the flower field, and we have stairs over there to go down that way. This area we did last year, all of it. Everything you see planted here was literally put here and done last year. So let's get started. We got some rosemary here that's doing pretty good. This is just some basil. It's the lemon basil. It came back from last year. It started seeding and sprouting up, and I just threw some snapdragons in here that my kids got me for Mother's Day, and I think they're pretty much petered out. I've been sprinkling seeds down in here. I'm letting them go to seed. See how there's seeds coming in right there? Just let them go into seed. Some over here. You just let them go to seed, and I'll be coming out here and popping these little heads off here. Look like little bitty teardrops in a way. They're dry. And I'll be putting them and saving them for next year. Here's some lemon balm. I got a little bit of calamine in there somehow, but I think it's because I seeded it and the tray next to one another, and there's a little one there, but it probably won't get that big. This lemon balm will take over. All right, go down the stairs, and it is July, so we have our red, white, and blue candles out. These light up at night. They'll pop on around 7:30, and they go off at I think it's like 8 in the morning is what I got them set on. There's fake tea lights in there. Also, with the ones that are in here, they pop on around 7:30 and go off at 8 in the morning. Come over here, we got some sweet peas that are petering out because it's been really hot here. Some new ones started coming in. I was going to fertilize them and see if they would take off some more, but I'm about to just pull these out and put something fresh and good in there to make it look pretty. All right, this is a snake gourd that we did last year. If you go back to the beginning of our YouTube venture, or if you go to our Facebook, Tiffany and Leslie Clark, you will see that this thing was beautiful. These reseeded. I didn't seed more here. And then there's also morning glory in here. It's actually trailing down this really beautifully, this little faucet here, coming down and around. And then it'll start going up these posts here and going up. And then I have them on that lattice back there, which we're still not done. I want to put a door there so I can get in there. That's why there's a hole there. Little things need to be done. This clematis here is doing wonderful. If I could pop you all over onto the other side and show you all some of these beautiful flowers. But they're doing amazing. They're everywhere. They're doing amazing. They're everywhere, guys. They're all above us, really. The ones that were all down this side's kind of like petered out, which you could tell where they were at. They do that spin off curly top thing. I was always told not to cut your clematis back. Well, I cut mine back last year, and I wish I didn't, because if I wouldn't have, this thing would be over top of on this side by now, connecting to the other side, which is getting there. It's about right here. And over here, it's about right there. So it's reaching, but it would be more fuller. It'd be more fuller, guys. But anyways, it'd be more fuller. And yeah, so this year I'm not going to be trimming back mine at all. I'm just going to let it die back by itself and come back, and the leaves will start greening up again. If it gets out of hand, I will cut it back. I'm going to pull that out. That is a hummingbird flower. They grow vigorous here also, just like the morning glories. But I love the morning glories because there's something that takes off fast, quick, and covers this up so we get shade on our house. That's one reason why I love this trellis being here. There's 2 of them here. We were gonna do a 3rd one, but I realized I had 2 banana trees here, which they have gotten more, as you can see, because they get vigorous also. A lot of things in Indiana get vigorous. Beautiful, wild things. These are banana trees, but they do not grow as bananas. They would if we would stay warm long enough. Maybe 2 more months long enough and we would have bananas. At least the flowers. 3 months warm enough, we would have bananas. All right, so these are all morning glories. I think there's about 4 of them in here. That's why they're going crazy. I'm letting them do their thing. If they get over into something else or down here in the trellis way, I start lining them up that way. And they're doing wonderful. This is what I did last year. I loved it. This thing here got all the way up to our kitchen. I mean, our kitchen. We eat out here a lot. Our picnic table up here, and it wrapped all the way around our picnic table. It was taking over our picnic table. I had to cut it all down. It was going up onto my lights here. It was beautiful, but I got to the point where I couldn't get down here or get any of my plants over here. But this year I won't be able to do all that because I have so much up here. It will just choke everything out and they won't get no sunlight. Anyways, guys, let's go on. We got some daylilies here that are petering out now. And most of the reason why is because the banana trees here, which that's fine. I'm good with that. These are irises. I just threw them in somewhere. Next year I will move them. I just threw them in because they were looking bad and they are doing wonderful now. Just like this daylily, I will be moving it next year. I threw in a bunch of my mom's daylilies last year because I didn't have a lot of flowers and a lot of her banana trees. So anyways, here is a seedling that I planted. Actually, I sowed this with my own seed. This is called Rudbeckia. It's a really beautiful hue of yellow. This little sunflower dish here I got from Amazon, FYI, someone I was asking. You could put birdseed in it, water for the bumblebees. I put water for the bumblebees, which dried out. I need to put more. This foxglove is not doing so well. I had 3, 2 of them's already died, and so it's been getting really hot, and I've been having my son water with me, and I think he's skipping some stuff. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Anyways, here's Piney. That's the one I grew on my YouTube channel from root. If you go back, you'll see it. It's beautiful, beautiful. Kind of looks like an ice cream cone in a way when it blooms, but next year we'll have blooms and more years to come. Here is another Rudbeckia. I mean echinacea. This is an echinacea, not Rudbeckia. FYI. This is also an echinacea. That's not doing so well. It was bloomed yesterday and now look at it. But if I just give it some water, it'll be fine. My son just missed it. Here is a Proven Winners Fruit Punch Classic Coral Dianthus. I thought this thing was so beautiful that I just had to have it, and it was on clearance for $4.99, so I got it. Here is some hollyhocks that I grew from this year. There's 3 of them here. They're the black ones, like Roots and Refuge had. They are so gorgeous. I had to have some, so I got 3 of them planted this year, and I'll have more to come. I know I will. Here is a sprig or 2 of lavender that I seeded by myself this year. I love planting lavender. I'm really good at it. I don't know how. Some people say it's hard. I've never had no problems with it. All right, now this is Rudbeckia. This is a cherry brandy Rudbeckia. It's not bloomed just yet because it's not really getting that much sun because the chickens are here and stuff. This is some of the stuff that I threw in back here with stuff that I didn't have no more room for. That I thought I didn't have enough room for, which I did. But years to come will know that. This is a echinacea. So Rudbeckia is hairy, and echinacea has a grime to it, but not as much, and they have more of a pointy leaf. and they have more of a zigzag leaf. Always remember that. On this side, I still got this over here that I need to put somewhere else. We used to have a baby rabbit in here. This is banana trees with some bugs. Y'all better go on, because y'all look like something that would lay thrips. Not for sure, but I am for sure you are. Anyways, here's these beautiful babies here. These are called salvia. I have the thing stuck down here. I always forget what salvia's name is. My son and my kids got these for me for my birthday. I mean, not my birthday, but yeah, for my birthday. My birthday's in April, around Mother's Day. We got this on clearance not too long ago. It's popping out of it, but if we don't keep it watered, it's not going to. Me and my son flip. I do this side one week, he does that side one week, and then we flip-flop. So he does that out there better than he does this, because he's got a lot of stuff to maneuver around. And this is my beautiful butterfly bush. We do cut this back in the fall. I mean, no, sorry, scratch that. We cut this back in the spring. And look how luscious it's getting. It's getting in our walkway. I'm gonna have to trim it back, which is fine. I love the wildness that kind of like takes over back here. That's what this is for. And stuff to reseed if they would love to. All right, let me take you all around. This is the end of it here. We did not plant from here over, because this is going to end up, a lot of these cages and stuff are going to be taken out, because our next project very soon is going to be our barn. That is down there. All right, here's our bonfire, one of our bonfires. We're on this side of the chicken coop now. The fluffy butt hut, peep show, live chicks. We had a fox getting in here, fixed that problem. And then we found out, we don't think it was a fox, it was a, what's it called? A possum. We had a possum getting in here and taking their eggs and eating my other chicken's eggs, which they're not doing that no more. We got some hair and some garlic, and we fixed a little bit of things, and they have not been back, thank God. There was a whole family of them here, so we done it the right way. I didn't want to kill them or anything. If anything, I was going to catch them and take them to the forestry. That's only a mile down the road. Not even a mile down the road, there's a forestry. Anyways, here's my poppies. They're laying over, which a lot of poppies will if you don't keep them strung up. There's some over there, plus my cats have laid them over. And then we had sunflowers in here, and we had a bad storm, and about 4 sunflowers out here petered out, and I had to pull them up. Here is the new sunflower. This is ruby red sunflower. Here's a busy bee, busy bee. So beautiful, guys. It is humongous. This thing here reseeded for us. Sorry, bumblebee just went in my ear. I just planted some marigolds in here, so they'll be taken off here soon. I'll be cutting these down here soon and using these for dry flowers and painting them and stuff. These are green right now. This one's more dry. And the reason why these ain't doing so well, this is another echinacea that was fabulous, but the storm smashed it a little bit. A little bit of grass in here. And then here's a beautiful yarrow that came in from last year. There's another echinacea coming in. Some beautiful blooms. And here's another echinacea coming in. Those are some daylilies that came back from last year. Some more marigolds and a piney. Like I said, this was my first flower garden, so I just literally just threw what I bought in this area. So a lot of this stuff will transform each year. I'll end up moving things like this piney. I might be making me a piney field out here, a strip, but we'll talk about that this fall, about the new things that we're going to be doing. We did this last year. We spray painted my old swing set, and then it was my kids, and then now I took it back over again. But anyways, we're getting ready to take the slide off of it because Liam don't use it anymore, and I'm going to give it to the goats to play with. I think they would really like that a lot. And these swings, I love them, and it lights up at night. It's so romantic, and everything I show you that lights up out here is solar. There's the solar right there. Now we're over here on this side. Here is the lilies. I got me a little basket here because in between the video I'm putting stuff in. Anyways, here's some lilies. They're almost done for. They're about petered out. We had some other colors here that were like a tiger. And there's some over there on that side. But we just shot them. Like I said, this was my first, last year was my first year really making these beds. And like I said, I just threw all kinds of stuff in back here because this was mostly my flower stuff back here. And then I put this and I spray painted this and I put another banana tree in here. This is my herb garden, can you tell? Because it is vigorous. Everything in here is vigorous and they're fighting over each other. And I'm trying to see who's going to win here. But we're getting ready to go over there also. Here's another beautiful sunflower that reseeded. Everything you see over here has reseeded besides the stuff I planted, like the piney here. It didn't reseed. I planted it and it's its second year. These lilies I planted last year at the end of the year. They had them on sale. And next year I'm probably going to move these lilies somewhere else. And if I don't, I'm going to tie them up, make it a little better. All right, let's get over here where it's vigorous at. All right, what we got here is nasturtiums that I grew from seed here. They're so beautiful. They are blooming like crazy. They look like little frog pads, those little frog things that go in the water, the little lily pads. That's what they look like. We have some over here on this side, and I just cut back this yarrow. It will start flushing out, maybe. I'm not for sure. It might be done now. I might not got it cut in time, but we'll see. If it does, it does. It don't, it don't. Oh well. But probably next year I'm probably gonna pull this out and throw it away. And it was petering these out, but these should start taking off and growing now. And that's why these are leaned over, because this yarrow was overtaking the lilies and everything. Here is one of the beautiful variegated ones that are trying to come out here. I planted all these from seed here. This is bee balm, pineapple sage, Russian sage. This is some more Russian sage, and it gets this really pretty purple in it. And it's planted right dead in the center, and you see what it's doing. It's going everywhere. Of course, this is your mint. And the mint, all this mint right here is planted in these little holes here, guys. It's not even in my bed. Now, it tried to, and I wouldn't let it. I got some toothache plant here trying to come in. We got a little bit of everything here, guys. I need to trim this peppermint back so this toothache plant down here can flourish, so I can make some toothache medicine for us for the years to come. And of course, here's some chives. We're getting ready to get some more flowers on it. Sometimes I take them for the flowers. Sometimes I just pop them off just like that. Because we still eat on this a little bit, which you really don't want it to go to seed, but it's fine. You can't be picky on everything. When stuff's getting expensive and you need flavor. This is a little sprig or two of cinnamon basil that I had left over. I just threw it in there. Here's some more lemon basil. I am obsessed with lemon basil. I can never have enough of this stuff. It makes your hands smell so good. And then the cinnamon basil, it kind of smells like licorice. It don't really smell like cinnamon, but the flowers that bloom out of this is so gorgeous. Here's my yarrow that I cut back also. This is my medicine yarrow that I use. It's starting to flourish back. I cut it back about a week ago, and you can already see some new growth coming in down here and some new sprigs and everything. I'll be cutting on these, and then I'll be making tinctures and medicines out of this. All right, here is the gay tail feathers. There is another name for these, I'm not for sure, but the only way I know them are the gay feather tail whips is what I call them. Gay feather tail whips. If you know what they're called, put them down below, but that's what I've always known them by. I used to know the real name. I could always not remember it, so ever since I found that out, I've been calling them that. I can remember that easier. Don't know why, but I do. Because I think the name of these are kind of weird. It's like an allium, or I don't know. I know it's not an allium. But yeah, back to it. Bees love these things, and they're so beautiful, and they're awesome in bouquets, and also they're awesome for dry flowers. These back here are more grown in a little bit more, but there's bees that sleep on this tonight, so we gotta be quiet. Some of them are already asleep. But yeah, because we are in the evening time, so some of them are asleep. I don't want to wake them up because it makes them mad, but there are some still busy. All right, this is the outside of the trellis on this side. The morning glories and the snake gourd here. And then we also have some butterfly, this is your hummingbird vine is what I call it. This is some more hummingbird vine down here. I need to get this up off the ground because I actually have a hostas right here that's getting choked out. But I'll end up cutting some of this back as it gets more established and we start getting blooms, which we are getting a lot of blooms now. But I mean fruit is what I mean by that. When I start seeing fruit come on, that's when I'll start trimming on it. But you don't want to trim too close to where it is established at. All right, guys, let's get away from the busy bees. This right here is a very beautiful, I found out the other day that it is got kind of like briars. It's got thorns on the underneath sides of the leaves on the underneath of the stem. It's really not that bad, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get sharper as they get bigger. I didn't know that until the other day, and I scooped my hand across them, which you can see me scoop my hand across them, and it's really not that bad, but it's enough to get your attention. Just like bells of Ireland. Here, just like this one has petered out on us because my son wasn't watering very good back here, which is fine. That's what I get for not doing it myself. Here's one coming in, and this one here is doing fabulous, which that's fine with me. I just wanted to see how it would grow and what it looks like. Next year I'll be growing more of these. A lot of this stuff I was just sampling just to see if I was going to like it or not, but I love it, love it, love it. It's so glorious and beautiful. This one here kindly reseeded. I had a little story to that. I didn't know what it was, and luckily I didn't pull it up. But anyways, guys, I don't think this is anything here. All right, but yeah, this is your bells of Ireland, and this is hibiscus. If I didn't tell you, this is hibiscus. We have some more of this somewhere else also. See, I have a whole lot more room I could plant stuff in here, but what I'm probably going to do is plant sunflowers in here like I did last year because I just love seeing them off the deck. Anyways, here we are at the eucalyptus. Yes, the beautiful eucalyptus is doing fabulous, and it looks gorgeous. And that's why I really didn't put anything else in this bed, because I wanted this to be a show for itself. But I don't see that it's getting that bushy. I might need to read more about it. I might be able to cut it back and it might bush more like a lot of your stuff does. But just look at this. So beautiful. Just look at those silver leaves. And then we also have other eucalyptus. Also up here on the deck above my head, I have two big pots of this. And this is the silver something. I forget what it's called. But this is the one that everybody likes that smells so good that you can hang up in your shower. Oh yeah, guys, it's amazing. Got some bachelor buttons, some potatoes that are almost ready to be done. But yeah, the beautiful eucalyptus. And then these gay felt tethers here, I actually planted some here, seedlings that I planted in the house. They're doing fabulous. And then some of these over here, the corms that I bought on clearance at Walmart that are coming in fabulous. Here's a couple sprigs of glads, which they probably won't even bloom because of this banana tree is so luscious. And I love my banana trees. So, all right, guys, let's turn around over here. Here's a little bit of white lace that I planted here. It's real beautiful. My wife is on the side of the house now doing the pressure washing. So you're gonna hear that. Here is our beautiful zucchini that's coming in. I got some sprigs of zucchini coming in. I'm very excited about that. These are touch-me-nots. They're vigorous here in our state. This, I cannot tell you what it is. I don't know for sure. See, there's a bumblebee asleep. That busy bee is ready for bed for this evening. And there's still some busy bees. There's one. This thing, bumblebees love. And I got this on clearance, and this is why I don't know what it's called. I got this on clearance, and it didn't have a name tag on it. So I can't remember what it is. But I can probably research, and next year I'll have the tag out here so I'll remember what it is. But it's a common flower. It's not nothing wild or anything like that. But yeah, I love it. I want to get more of it, and it's good for a cut flower also. There's a beautiful hostas that came in, and it's blooming. There's a little sprig of rudbeckia, some lilies that I put in that are bloomed next year. Oh, we're gonna get some blooms this year. Little sunflower on the ground there. Here's a little sprig of yarrow that I just threw in here because I didn't have no more room out in the field for it. There's a rudbeckia. There's another hostas that's popular. I love this color. It's very vibrant. Here's a little sprig. Salvia. I think this is another type of salvia, if I cannot be mistaking. And then I got cat's pajamas. Here's another, that's another hostas, another salvia, another beautiful yarrow that I cut back, and it's starting to bloom again. It's very, very beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. And here is a bee balm. If I ever get any of these wrong, please correct me. Please do. Because sometimes I forget. I get hot out here and I forget. There's so many flowers, I forget, guys. Anyways, this is the beautiful sunflowers, of course. They are taking over. Glorious. The sun is setting on the other side of the trailer now. It's starting to cool down. And this is the back side of our swing set here, looking at the goats. There's a pond down there. We're wanting to get this cleaned up right here. It's a junk pile taken over by weeds. Lots to do, guys. And then let's go right over here now. Over here we have some more of the hibiscus growing. This here is just so beautiful. I'm probably gonna plant some more of this next year. A lot of this stuff, guys, I didn't get planted out here in time. This is frosted explosion grass. I got this just for cut flowers. And you'll see that I did a lot of cut flowers, greenery, a lot this year. I did. This one I'm gonna pull up because it's got grass in with it. It's okay. It ain't like I'm doing a lot this year. This stuff I'm just sampling out. Like I said, I have a lot of different things. I just have a little bit of that I'm sampling out. And this one thing here is just so beautiful and whimsical. These are alliums. I had, well, we have a purple one. I had a yellow one that I cut off and put up on the deck. And there was a pink one here. Well, look, it's right there. These are real flowers. People are asking me, are these real? Yes, these are real. I just spray painted them after they've done bloomed. They're your spring flower is what they are. And they peter out and then they turn into this firework looking thing here. And it gets really hard like a stick. It's hard. It will stay like this forever. Yeah, it's a baby praying mantis.